Yeah, methadone is a long-acting opiate that was developed during World War II as a very potent pain medication. It turns out it's not any more potent than any of the other opiates, but it does have a long half-life. And it was, that being appreciated, it was used for individuals that were abusing heroin back in the 1960s. And it was found that you can take a single dose of methadone and it will last for 24 hours. So you don't have the high and the low, you have kind of a gradual rise in the blood level and a steady level over the course of the day and then a very gradual decline. And after 5 days on methadone, on a steady dose of methadone, you can pretty much count on it staying right within a very narrow blood level range for a full 24 hours. And it was noted that individuals were behaving perfectly normal when they were taking it. There was no indication, no hint of them being under the influence, and at the right dose they would not experience any withdrawal. In addition to that, it had what we call a kind of a higher stickiness to the receptors in the brain where it works, so that if somebody did decide that they wanted to experiment with heroin or fentanyl or some other opiate, they would take it and not experience the high that they would previously experienced. So it had this blocking effect in the vast majority of people, and so it really becomes a waste of money and energy to try to take a drug of abuse that's an opiate while you're taking methadone. So it really has helped restore much more of a normal daily routine, and we call them your biorhythms, where your sleep-wake cycle normalizes. Women who maybe lose their period during the time they're abusing short-acting opiates often will get their period back. And we know that the immune function improves so that you're not so susceptible to infection. So it has a lot of really desirable qualities, again, at the proper dose. Now we do start low and have your body get used to a gradually rising dose to find that proper dose. The main reason is that the breathing center has to adjust to it. We don't want to accidentally put too much effect on the breathing center where a person may stop breathing. That's something that it's very rare that happens, and it usually happens during the first 2 weeks on treatment when people are too aggressive. So that's the reason that we tend to start low and build up over several weeks. But if patients understand the reason and know that it's for their benefit and their safety, it's something that we can almost always accomplish in a very easy, smooth way.